What if I told you that the only thing standing between you and your ultimate potential is the voice in your head telling you to quit? Imagine living a life where pain doesn't define you, excuses don't limit you, and discipline becomes your superpower. That's exactly the kind of transformation David Goggins went through. And in his book, Can't Hurt Me, he shares the brutal, raw, and empowering lessons that turned him from a broken man into one of the toughest human beings alive. By the end of this video, you won't just walk away with motivational quotes. You'll have concrete, battlefield-tested strategies to push past limits, reprogram your mind, and live with a level of resilience you never thought possible. So let's dive into the unbreakable mindset of David Goggins. David Goggins isn't just any motivational speaker. He's a retired Navy SEAL, ultra-endurance athlete, and world record holder. But what makes his story so powerful is that he didn't start out strong. He grew up abused, overweight, broke, and directionless. He was the least likely person to achieve greatness, and yet, through sheer mental toughness and ruthless discipline, he became a global icon of resilience. His book, Can't Hurt Me, is not just a memoir. It's a masterclass in mental transformation. And today, I'll break it down into life-changing lessons that you can apply immediately. Lesson 1. Master your mind or it will master you. David Goggins teaches that our biggest enemy isn't outside of us. It's the comfort-driven voice in our head that wants us to quit at the first sign of pain. He calls it the inner bitch. If you don't control that voice, it will control you. Instead, Goggins developed what he calls the 40% rule. When you think you're done, you're only at 40% of your capacity. The mind lies to you, telling you that you're finished, but the truth is your body and spirit still have untapped reserves. Practical viewpoint. Think about the last time you were running, studying, or working and felt like you couldn't go further. Goggins would say, that moment wasn't the end, it was just the beginning. For example, when he trained for SEAL Hell Week, broken bones and pneumonia didn't stop him. He proved that limits are self-imposed. Lesson 2, the power of accountability mirrors. Goggins faced harsh truths by writing down all the lies he told himself and taping them on mirrors. Every morning, he confronted his weaknesses head-on. No sugarcoating, no excuses. This practice creates radical accountability. Instead of blaming circumstances, you call yourself out and force yourself to take responsibility. Practical viewpoint. Try this tonight. Write one thing holding you back, whether it's laziness, procrastination, or fear. Stick it on your bathroom mirror. Every day, face it until you overcome it. That's how Goggins went from a 300-pound exterminator to a Navy SEAL. Lesson 3. Callous your mind like your hands. When you lift weights or do physical labor, your hands grow calluses. Goggins says the same thing must happen with your mind. Each time you face hardship instead of running, you build resilience. The more you do, the tougher you become. Pain, struggle, and failure aren't enemies. They're training tools. Life will always test you, so why not prepare by intentionally stepping into discomfort? Practical viewpoint. Think of it like running in the rain instead of waiting for perfect weather. Goggins would deliberately put himself in the most uncomfortable conditions to toughen his mind. You can do the same by taking cold showers, fasting, or tackling a tough task you usually avoid. Lesson 4. The cookie jar method. When life gets unbearable, Goggins digs into what he calls the cookie jar. But this isn't about sugar. It's a mental jar filled with past victories, moments when he overcame the impossible. Whenever doubt creeps in, he remembers, I've done harder things before, and I can do this too. Practical viewpoint. Maybe you graduated when no one thought you would. Maybe you got that job after rejection letters. Write those wins down. When things get hard, pull from your cookie jar to remind yourself that you're stronger than the present pain. Lesson 5. Embrace the suck. Seek pain, don't avoid it. Most of us live avoiding pain and chasing comfort. But Goggins flips the script. Greatness lives on the other side of discomfort. Every challenge, every painful repetition, every failure is shaping you into someone stronger. Practical viewpoint. The next time you hit the gym, don't stop when it burns. Push a little harder. When work gets stressful, don't complain. Embrace the chaos and learn. Goggins thrived because he saw pain not as suffering but as a passport to strength. Lesson 6. Build an unbreakable why. Motivation fades, but purpose endures. Goggins didn't survive Hell Week 3 times because he felt motivated. He did it because his purpose was bigger than his pain, proving to himself that he wasn't a victim, but a warrior. Practical viewpoint. Ask yourself right now, why do I want this goal? If your why is weak, you'll quit when it gets tough. But if your why is unshakable, nothing can stop you. Lesson 7. Take souls. One of Goggins' most controversial lessons is about outworking everyone so much that you take their souls. In SEAL training, when his instructors tried to break him, he smiled, pushed harder, and stole their power by showing he could endure what they couldn't. Practical viewpoint. Imagine at work, when everyone else slows down, you turn up the intensity. When others complain, you execute. That's how you take souls, by making excellence your weapon. Lesson 8. The empowerment of discipline. Discipline, not motivation, is what sustains success. Goggins says you'll never always feel like it, so feelings can't be the driver. Discipline means doing what you said you'd do long after the excitement is gone. Practical viewpoint. If you set a goal to run 5 kilometers daily, discipline means running whether it rains, whether you're tired, or whether Netflix is calling. Goggins doesn't negotiate with feelings, and neither should you. David Goggins' Can't Hurt Me isn't just a book, it's a battle plan for mental domination. He shows us that pain, fear, and limitations are not walls but doors, and only those who refuse to quit can walk through them. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these lessons hit you the hardest? Do you see yourself using the cookie jar method, or are you more drawn to the idea of callousing your mind? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to start a conversation. This is the Summary Shelf, where we unpack the most powerful books in the world so you can grow, achieve, and thrive. If this breakdown lit a fire in you, make sure to check out our other summaries for even more mind-blowing insights. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss another life-changing summary. And remember, growth begins where comfort ends. Stay tuned, because the next book might just transform your life in ways you never imagined.